a super simple way to make healthy eating a habit that sticks. That's what I've got to share with you today, so grab a mug of your favorite beverage and join me for today's Nutrition Coffee Chat. And while you're at it, click the subscription button and the little notification bell so that you get everything you need to create healthy eating habits that stick. Well, I hope that you've had as good a summer as this strange year allows you to, that you're safe, that you are healthy, you and your loved ones. The last few months have been a lot of change for me, a lot of change for me. You'll notice my filming area has changed here. I did move over the summer, and yeah, I don't know that I found the best place to film yet, so you might see me trying a couple of different places, different times of day to get the best light and the best background for you that isn't too distracting. So we'll see. I'm going to try a couple of different spots over the next little while. But I missed connecting with you, so I wanted to jump back in here and share my information with you. I know that you folks have been reaching out to me to say, where are you, what's going on? So I really appreciate all that reaching out. And yes, there's some construction going on right out front of my home here, but hey, we're going to continue on and make the best of this. Okay, so one simple kind of mindset, kind of planning change to make healthy eating habits your reality. I've had this conversation over and over again this summer with clients, and so I know that I wanted to share it with you for today's video. One thing that is completely consistent with the epidemiological, that word is tongue twister for me today, epidemiological nutrition research, and that's that vegetables are healthy for us. The people who are always in the highest proportion of eating vegetables have the healthiest health outcomes, the best health outcomes. So that to me means that eating a lot of vegetables is the foundation for healthy eating. And yet when I work with people, even those who, they're pretty healthy eaters already, they just maybe want, an expert to double check and see if they've got any kind of blind spots, usually are having only about half the vegetables that I recommend. How many vegetables do I recommend? Of course, it's individualized from person to person, but most commonly it's going to be in the range of 6 to 8 fist-sized servings of vegetables or fruit each day, with again that heavier emphasis on the vegetables, particularly as we're moving further and further away from childhood and being in our 20s. So how do we get enough of those vegetables, the 6 to 8 servings? It sounds like a lot. And yes, it is. It's a lot of vegetables. But it's actually super easy to arrive at eating this many vegetables. Super easy to get this many vegetables if you do this one trick. Now, if you are from a culture like how I was raised, where meals, particularly dinner, but also a bit of lunch and dinner, are like meat, potato to veg. That's how I was raised. Well, guess what? That's the order in which you probably plan your meals. You think of the meat, the potato, and then the veg, or the protein, the starch food, and then the veg. In other words, veg are your afterthought. So whether you eat plant-based or whether you eat animal-based foods, especially if you kind of were raised that way and now you're maybe switched to being more plant-based, you probably just think about, okay, we're not doing meat anymore, and you kind of proceed. But what we want to be doing is switching that around. Instead of having vegetables as the afterthought, have vegetables as the first thing you think of, the priority, and then think of protein, and then think of your starch food if you're including carbs, or if you're eating super low carbs, and you would just pretty much stop at the protein, the vegetables, and then the protein. And so that's the kind of change. It's just a really simple change in the priority in which you plan meals that really allows you to then have enough vegetables, because it's your first priority. You think of, okay, what is in season right now? What's looking good in the store or at the farmer's market? What do I have in the fridge, in the cupboards? What do I have? What am I in the mood for? Think of vegetables first, and then what protein would go well with that. And then if you're not doing super low carb, what starch food would go with that? When you just do that simple step of changing the order in which you're planning your meals, super easy, vegetables, boom, you're getting those 6 to 8 servings, no problem. So what about you? What order do you plan your meals in? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Do you think kind of in that traditional way, at least from the way I was raised in my culture of like meat, starch, and then veg, and have you done it the flip side where you've switched around to doing vegetables first? I'd love to hear what order you plan your meals in. Love to hear that in the comment section below. That's the tip that I'm sharing with you today. If you like today's video, let me know. Click the thumbs up button. And yes, I'm going to be doing videos now every 2 weeks. So I'm going to wish you eat well, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time.